Hi there, this is Allison.
Hi, and this is Gordon
With Let's Go Travel Tips. And today we wanted to tell you what some of our favorite things about the Majestic Princess are and what some of the things that we weren't quite so crazy about. And so I want to start off by saying that we just love the Majestic Princess. It's a beautiful ship. If you're not familiar with her, it is one of their big royal class ships. She was initially built to sail more in China and over in the that part of the world. And now she is sailing off of the coast of California. And so right now she's doing like she's doing California coastal cruises, and she is going down to Cabo San Lucas. In October, we went there on her for a cruise down to the Mexican Riviera. And in August, we were on here on a sailing to Alaska.
Yes.
And so we feel like we've had some experience with her, and we just wanted to let you know some things that maybe you'll want to look forward to, and some things maybe just to be aware of when you go. And none of them are deal breakers.
Oh, no.
We'd like to say that. And it was hard kind of thinking what we really like. There's a lot of things that we like about Princess cruise ships. And so we tried to pick a few things that really stood out on this ship. And so that's where we're starting. And we want to start telling you the things that we were not crazy about, so that then we can end on a really happy note and a positive note for the end of the video. And so what we're really glad, we are grateful to our Let's Go family members. Welcome, thank you for coming, and welcome to all of you who are new. We hope you enjoy our videos. So first of all, one of the things that really stood out on the Majestic Princess is that there are not enough pools.
No.
So they have a really big pool up on the top deck, and it is a really beautiful pool. It has a deep end that, you know, more like 5 feet. It goes maybe to 6 feet at the deepest part, and then it has some shallow sides, which is really cool. I think that would be really nice when we get back to having it so that children can cruise and families and everything. Yeah. It's really it would be a fun place for children to play and splash along the edges, and then it's also a fun place for adults to put their feet in. I did that. And then down towards the end, it's kind of a big circle, and then in the middle is a deeper part that's maybe 3 or 4 feet deep. Is that about what you would say? Yeah. And then it's got some shallow parts where children could sit and play, or I put my feet in, and as the water moved around, it was just nice. But that is really the only big main pool on that ship. Over in the Hollywood Conservatory, they have a smaller pool, but it is always chilly water. And I don't know if that is by design or if it just ended up that it wasn't heated very well. But that water is significantly colder in there, even though it's indoors, than the pool is outside. Yeah. And we noticed that on both cruises.
Yeah. And it was enjoyable to swim in, but once it got a little chilly, it just kind of was hard.
Yeah, and so it's not, and that pool in the Hollywood Conservatory is more an adults only pool. When you think of the Hollywood Conservatory, if you haven't been on the Majestic Princess yet, kind of think of like the Sanctuary on their other ships, but it is all enclosed. It has all of the windows going all of the way around, which is really just beautiful floor to ceiling windows, and then it's got all the little segmented kind of cabana areas around the edge, and so that's really nice. It's a beautiful place to be no matter where you're sailing, because like in Alaska you could see the glaciers and look for whales without having to be out in the cold, and down in the Mexican Riviera a lot of people were enjoying it as well. It is really beautiful. There's a bar in there and it's really nice, but that pool is chilly. And so actually the Hollywood Conservatory is one of the things that we really like about the Majestic Princess as well. So we'll tell you what we really liked about it when we get there. But I just kind of described it to you, but the pool in there is cold. It's just really cold.
And that was all the pools. Just those ones.
Those are the only pools on the ship. There's not like a Wakeview pool at all. There's not another pool. There's not. That's it. Yeah. And so really, when we were on our Mexican Riviera cruise and it was such warm weather, and people wanted to use the pools more, when you were either on a sea day or you were a day that it was like a port day, and everyone got yeah, everyone got back on board, then the pools were like so full.
Yeah.
They were really busy. And so I can only imagine, and we sailed with 53% capacity on that sailing, and I cannot imagine what you would do if that ship was at capacity and you were in a warm place that everyone wanted to sit by the pool or wanted to get to go swimming at some point. I think it's probably unmanageable.
Yeah.
So really, you need more pools. So just be aware of that. And so if you sail on her, especially once we get further down the road and they're sailing closer to full capacity, you're going to want to get up early and go swimming earlier, or just really have to keep an eye out for a chair later, or not mind, being so close to someone else in the swimming pool. So the second thing that we weren't quite so crazy about was that you know how usually on the Princess ships up there on the pool deck, they have a pizza place. On the Majestic Princess, they have a noodle bar. Now, those noodles are actually really good.
They're very tasty.
They do a really good job. They have ones that they always have, and then they have daily specials.
Yeah, good variety.
They do. They have a nice variety from your more basic, like chicken noodle type thing, to your more exotic things to try. And so they were absolutely delicious. They did a really good job with that. But
we miss our pizza.
We don't think anything replaces pizza.
Yeah.
Now on the Majestic Princess, they do have an Alfredo's, and so you can get pizza there, and you can also have pizza delivered, just room service to your stateroom, and there's a $3 charge for that. So there are ways to get pizza. But we just kind of missed having it up there on the pool deck.
It was one of those fun things that we like to do. You walk by, you grab a slice of pizza.
Well, and often on a port day when it was time for the sail away, and just leaving again, we would always go get pizza and a drink and go sit on our balcony and just really enjoy that. And so it's okay, though. The noodles are really good. So that was good.
Or we could go get a hamburger or a
But we miss pizza. And we figured out for Princess that if they want to, they could add that to the Salty Dog Grill. They could have an option for pizza over there. I don't know, but...
So if Princess, you're listening, there
consider
you go.
some pizza. Alrighty, then the third thing is really kind of funny. And don't quit watching the video for telling you this, but you know what? Where they put the toilet paper roll, it's like you're in the powder room, and it's like up and it's like under, like you have the bathroom counter, and it's kind of up under it, kind of far forward. And is this practical? No. So every time I take the roll off and I set it on the counter, and bless our room steward, whenever he comes in, he puts it back. And so anyway, that is just a tip for Princess. They might want to reconsider just in the bathroom there so that people can just use that more conveniently. So let's see, what is next? We just also, and this is just a design thing because it's a Royal class ship, but on the smaller ships, we just love the promenade deck, deck 7, where you can walk all the way around, or at least most of the way around these days on a lot of them, and you can have a deck chair there and just enjoy being a little bit closer to the water, and or like I said, going for a nice walk around. We miss that, and they don't have really a place to do that. They have the upper decks, and then other than that, there's really not a lot of places that you can go outside. Another thing that we noticed, I know, see, none of these are really big things. Another thing that we noticed is that, in the buffets, they always have like a dessert section. And we just really noticed that their desserts, I don't know if it was just on the Majestic Princess and it's just connected with the pastry chef that they have right now. They don't have like a lot of really yummy desserts like they used to have. Yeah. They still have the chocolate journeys and the really yummy things that they've always had in the main dining room. That hasn't changed. But in the buffet, they have lots of sugar-free, they have lots of gluten-free. But other than that, they don't have any really good desserts.
Yeah. We were able to catch a few at the International Cafe. I think we got the pistachio pudding one day.
Yeah, but that's not really dessert.
No.
They didn't have any pavlovas the whole time we were on the ship. Yeah. But anyway, so I don't know if that's connected with cruising during COVID or with the pastry chef they have, but they really they just have really fallen down on their desserts.
In the buffet.
In the buffet. So
Yeah.
those are the things that we weren't quite as crazy about on the Majestic Princess. Do you have anything you want to add, love?
No, that sounds about right. I mean, again, these are not deal breakers.
No.
They're not going to stop us from cruising.
No,
Definitely with
they're not even
Princess
important.
Or the Majestic Princess. Yeah, they're not important. It's just be aware of these in case that is something that you really are going to miss.
Yeah,
And-
that's true.
Find an alternative.
Yeah. And so of course there are things we just love. And the number one thing that we love is the people. And I know everybody says this, but it bears repeating.
Yes.
Princess has the most amazing crew. And you know, the cruise director, Kevin, he is exceptional. And he summed it up when he was pointing out that in his tenure as a cruise director on other cruise lines and then coming to Princess, he said, you know, you go to these other cruise lines and you never meet people that have worked like as the cruise director for Princess. You never see them, or the ones that have had other jobs with Princess. And it's because Princess takes such good care of their crew. Once people work for Princess, they want to stick with them. And I think that that is a very high compliment. And so when we were in the main dining room, we have mentioned Sandra and Mocktoom. Oh my, they made every night a special dinner.
Yes.
Didn't they?
Yes.
And I know there are really nice things about trying different servers every night and sitting in different areas every night. But this cruise, they just made extra special. And so Sandra and Mocktoom, I don't know that you would ever even see this, but if you do, thank you.
To
Thank
the point
you.
that we would walk in and our drink was there.
Yeah, and they would be ready.
Yep.
With remember what drink we liked and bring it right then.
And my chocolate ice cream.
Yep, and every night, no matter what. Yeah, so they were just wonderful. And our room steward was Rod. He was exceptional. Just really wonderful. So, Majestic Princess crew, hats off to you.
Yes. We saw him actually helping out in the in one of the rooms that had needed extra care. And boy,
Was he patient?
yes.
And
very
on the
patient.
ball. Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah, really exceptional. And then, let's see what else. I did mention that the pool that the main pool there on the top deck, I do think that they have done a really nice job of designing it because it has a deep part and then it has like lots of, if you did bring children with you, they would have lots of areas to play in because there's lots of splash areas and really shallow areas all around it. So I thought that was really nice. We did like that a lot.
Yeah, and along the same line, excuse me, there were 2 hot tubs adjacent to that pool, and then there were 2 hot tubs up one more level that overlooked the pool area.
So that really helped. It added more hot tubs. And in the Hollywood Conservatory, there were 2 hot tubs in there as well. So they did a really good job of adding more hot tubs so that there was more room for everybody. So that was really good. We liked that. And then another this might seem funny, but on the Majestic Princess, there are lots of bars. And as you all know, we don't drink alcohol, but I do drink Diet Coke, and we do like mocktails an awful lot. And it was just really nice that you never had to walk like a really long ways to get somewhere to get a drink. And also with the Medallion and the Medallion Class app, we ordered drinks and they would bring them to us really quick. It was really nice. They did a really good job of bringing us drinks quickly. And then if we were out and wanted to just get our own, it was really nice that there were lots of places to get them. And I think it helps that there's lots of bars as well, because then there's lots of staff and then they're more well prepared to try to get drinks to everybody while they're still cold. Yeah. And don't you think so, love?
Yeah, and I asked for a couple of different kinds of mocktails, and boy, they, sure, we'll mix that up and give it a try.
They were really nice. Yeah. And so we really liked that. And then, as I mentioned, we really liked the Hollywood Conservatory. And so at nighttime, they would always have a DJ up there, and they would kind of do different themes on different nights. But it was always fun to go up there, and you could just either dance or just sit in they have deck chairs there, or they have real chairs that in just like little enclosed, maybe not enclosed, but just little alcoves. And it was just really nice.
Really enjoyable.
It was a fun place to be.
Just to sit and
just
relax.
really nice. Yeah, or to dance. We had a fun time. Yeah, it was really nice. And so the Hollywood Conservatory is much more than just what you think of the sanctuary on other ships. It is like serviceable like all day long, and they do things there all day long.
And they had it open, being just recently after the restart. It was open to anybody.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, you didn't have, and you didn't have to pay. You know how like on the sanctuary you always have to pay. You didn't have to pay there. It was just really nice.
And I don't know how long that's going to last, but
I don't know.
Something to think about and consider.
And try it if you want to try it before that goes away. And then I wanted to tell you that on that ship we ate at the Crown Grill, and it was really good. And we ate at the Bistro Sur Mer, and it was really good. And the dessert, I would say, was the exceptional part of Bistro Sur Mer. De la Sur Mer, I think I said that wrong, but the Crown Grill was really, really good. And in my video that I did about the Caribbean Princess, saying that there was a Crown Grill, our experience of the Crown Grill on the Majestic Princess was like it is at a really high-end steakhouse, so that's our experience on that ship. I have heard on one of our lives that wasn't quite the experience that one of our Let's Go family members had on the Sky Princess, and I'm really sorry to hear that, but our experience on the Majestic Princess is that it was just superb. And so we just wanted to let you know that we really enjoyed that.
And the food was good at the main dining room as well.
It was. It was really good. We have no complaints about the food other than the desserts. But they had a very wide selection, and it was really good otherwise.
Yeah. And the buffet had good food. They had some good choices.
They did. It was really nice. They did a really good job.
In fact, you can see some of the pictures I posted on our website.
Oh, thanks, Lev. So we've got pictures, and other people are adding their pictures to sending them to us, or else adding them on our Facebook group, so you can take a look and see if there's anything that helps you out as you plan your cruise. So thank you so much for joining us for this. If you have any questions at all about the Majestic Princess, just tuck them in the comments down there, and we're really happy to answer them. Or if you have questions about anything else, or if you'd like to share your experience, we always like to hear about that. And I know it helps everyone else in our Let's Go family too. So if you haven't subscribed yet, we would like to ask you if you wouldn't mind subscribing. We'd love to have you in our Let's Go family. And also, if you found this video helpful at all, will you please give it a thumbs up, because that really helps us out as well. Thank you so much. We'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.